Factory design patterns. The factory design patterns is one of the most commonly used creational design patterns in object-oriented programming. It provides an interface for creating objects in superclasses, but it allows subclasses to alter the type of objects that will be created. Here is an example. Now the Bob selected few items from his shopping cart page and waiting to do the payment to purchase his products. Here the actual case is Bob wants to transfer the amount to the e-commerce application owner to purchase his products. On the cart page, Bob can able to see variety of options to make this payment done. He can do card payment, PayPal or Stripe payment. If we select any of this payment mode, the payment provider will transfer the amount from the Bob bank account to the e-commerce owner bank account. In here, the purchase logic has been reused. The purchase logic is not isolated for each payment mode. In future, the e-commerce application can add more payment mode, but the purchase logic remains the same. Factory design patterns has three characteristics: product interface, concrete creator products, and concrete creator. Each characteristic has its own purposes. What is product interface? A product interface in factory method design patterns is an abstract interface that defines a common structure that all concrete product must be implemented. It ensures that all products created by the factory have consistent methods and behaviors, making them interchangeable from the client's perspective. What is concrete creator products? A concrete creator products, also called as parent class or base class, is a general class that defines common properties and behaviors shared by other more specific classes. What is concrete creator? A concrete creator, also called as child class or derived class, in a class that inherits from the parent class and can use everything from the parent class. It also can add its own extra features or even override behaviors from the parent class. Okay, let's start coding for our factory method design pattern. To this coding session, we are going to implement payment logic with basic logging functionality. So here inside our source directory, I am going to create another folder called factory method. Inside this factory method folder, I am going to create a file called payment.ts. Okay, inside this payment.ts file, I am going to create an interface called iPayment. To this interface, I am going to create function called transfer because transferring the amount is the common thing for all the payment method. So I am going to create a method called transfer. So this method does not return anything, so that I am mentioning as a void as a return type. Now we have created our interface. We will be using this to our concrete creator product classes. In here we will have three payment options: card payment, Stripe payment and PayPal payment. All these payment options will be used this iPayment interface to implement its classes. Let's create our first concrete class called card payment. This card payment class implements the iPayment interface. Implements iPayment. So now you can see this class has showing some error indication. I am hovering to this error class. So here you can see property transfer is missing in the type called card payment, but required in type iPayment. So what it means in this implementation we have mentioned the transfer function. So inside this card payment class, the transfer method is not even created. So if we create the transfer function inside our card payment class, this error will be gone. So that's the error indication is showing. So I am creating transfer method. So I am going to click this auto suggest transfer. So now you can see it's automatically populated everything. It's mentioned as a function and it is a void return type. So it clearly says this interface is using this class. So now I am going to print a console log here, console.log with the message of card payment done successfully. So in the same way, we are going to create other classes called Stripe and PayPal class. I am going to copy this entire card payment class and pasting this for 2 times. 1, 2. I am changing the class name to Stripe and PayPal. Stripe. Here I am changing PayPal. Then inside this console log, I am going to change the card as a Stripe, because so that we know whether that payment is happened from Stripe or PayPal or card payment. So here I am changing the card to PayPal. That's it. We have created our concrete classes. So now we start doing our factory class method. So before creating our factory class, I am going to create a enum called payment mode. This will keep things organized and prevent typos error. I am going to create a enum payment mode. So inside here, I am going to mention all the possible payment option. Card equal to card. In same way, I am going to create for a Stripe and then PayPal. Stripe, PayPal, PayPal, and that's it. So we have created our payment mode. So right now we have 3 payment mode. In future we have any other payment mode. We also include this inside our enum. At final, we are going to create our concrete creator class or factory class. This class will initiate all our payment option based on the user selection. Any of the single payment option class will be initiate. Let's create class called payment. Inside this payment class, I am going to create a method called initiate. This initiate method has an argument of mode. Which holds the user selected option. So I am going to use the payment mode enum as its type. Payment mode. Then this function will return the instance of the payment. So I am mentioned the iPayment as the return type interface. So iPayment. So this will return the any of the class called as card payment, Stripe payment or PayPal payment. So inside this initiate method, I am going to use switch case. So why switch case? So in here we are going to create any one of the instance based on the user selection. So user can able to select any one of the payment mode only, card payment, Stripe payment or PayPal payment. Based on his selection, we are going to particularly initiate that method, that class. So I am mentioning mode here. So first case is payment mode dot card. So this will return card payment, new card payment, return the instance of the card payment, and then case payment mode dot stripe. This will return the instance of the stripe payment, and case payment mode dot PayPal. This will return PayPal payment. So that's it. So there is another in switch case there is another case as well, default. So if the user does not select any of this payment mode and initiate that method, means we have to throw this as a error. So throw new error, please select valid payment mode. This will throw an error with the proper message. So that's it. We have created our factory class. Let's check this payment factory method, how to invoke the transfer method. Before we start implementing, so I need to export few things. So here I need two things before implementation. So I have to export this payment mode, export, and also I need to export this payment class as well. Okay, we are going to export these two things alone. So before we want to create a main.ts file. Before creating that, I am going to rename this because I have misspelled it. So payment. Okay. So inside this factory method, I am creating main.ts file. So here we are going to import that payment class and then payment mode, and we are going to call those methods. So import from payment. So I am pointing that payment file. Inside this payment file, we are exporting two things. One is payment and then payment mode. So here we are not going to create instance for this payment factory method. So instead of that, we are going to use this, we are going to make this initiate function as a static function. So this function, now we could able to invoke this function without creating an instance for this payment class. So here I am going to create const card payment equal to payment dot initiate. So I am going to pass the argument as a payment dot card. So the card switch case will be triggered and then the card class will be initiated. So here I am going to card payment dot transfer. I am going to invoke the transfer method. So let's see what's happening. I am changing the path to this specific folder cd src slash factory hyphen method. So now I am inside this factory method folder. Npx ts node main.ts. So here you can see the card payment done successfully. So we have initiated the card payment and then we can able to transfer the
card method, so that we can able to see the card method uh, console log text here. So now I am going to choose another payment mode as well, const Stripe payment equal to payment dot initiate. Here I am passing payment mode dot Stripe payment. So similar const PayPal payment equal to payment dot initiate payment mode dot PayPal. So here I am going to call the transfer method from the Stripe payment and then the PayPal payment. Stripe payment dot transfer and card payment dot transfer. So now I am going to run this main.ts file. See, you can able to see all the three type of payment method. Sorry, I have called the card payment again. I am changing it to PayPal payment. So now you can see all the three type of payment has console the success message. So that's it. This is the functionality behind the factory method design patterns. So we have seen the example for factory method. So here this factory method solves some of the problems. So let's see. The factory design patterns address several key problems in software design. Tightly coupling, complex object creation, flexibility, and single responsible principle. These are the areas thus the factory design pattern solves the problem.